Recording. Okay, so welcome back, everybody. We had a webinar about 2 weeks ago or so, and on there for first-time home buyers. And we got a lot of questions coming back and forth with lending, home inspections, and also with our title insurance, our title companies. And it really boiled down to about 3 questions that I was able to kind of pin everybody's questions down into. So I invited Chris Breck. How you doing, Chris?
I'm good, Jonah. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. I invited our professional title company expert here with us back onto this this quick call here in order to answer these questions. So my name's Jonah Taylor, by the way, of the Smart Move Group, in case I didn't mention that already. But we're just going to dive in. So, Chris, the first question that this all boiled down to, and I kind of like it because it gets to the point, is what the heck is a title company?
That's a very good question. We are kind of a behind the scenes service, but I'm going to answer your question with an analogy.
Okay.
So I like to think of title company as a tugboat. So you're the captain of the ship, right? The Smart Move ship. Jonah's navigated you across the ocean. You're almost to land.
Okay.
The dangers at sea are different than the dangers when you get close to shore. So you call on an expert. Lots of stuff can go wrong as you get closer to shore, right? It can get rocky. We've got an attorney. Things get a little rocky, keep you out of trouble.
When you say close to shore, you mean getting close to settlement.
Close to home, yeah.
Right, okay. Yep.
Now on the surface, everything can look good, but you can't see what's underneath the water. And it's our job to know that. There could be shallow water. Shallow water could be an estate, somebody that inherited a property. There's certain documentation that's needed for the seller to transfer the property. And if we see that, we'll say, hey, maybe let's just go this way for a little bit while we work on this, get this information, and then we'll come back.
Nice.
We're heading up the river. Our scouts say, hey, there's a dam up ahead, Beaver Dam. We got to break that up. Beaver Dam is something that's encumbering property. So a mortgage, a lien, something that's on title that we've got to get rid of that makes sure you can go forward. And unfortunately, pirates still exist. Pirates still exist. $150 million was lost to wire fraud last year, and wire fraud is up 660% in 2020.
Wow.
So it's our job to know when these pirates are going to make their move and when they're going to try to do something. And we have, email encryption, data encryption, things like that to protect your information. And we'll also alert you, hey, this is a very vulnerable time. Make sure you follow my instructions when we come to like handling money and things like that. So our job is just basically to get you to that final distance smooth and safe.
Gotcha. I like that analogy of, so we're traveling through the waters, but as we get close to the beach, right, as we get close to settlement in our world, your role really becomes crazy important in the ways you just mentioned.
Yep.
Okay. So then the second question that all the other questions kind of boiled down to is, and it kind of plays off what you just said, but we can elaborate a little bit more, is, so why do I need a title company? Or maybe everyone watching this asking the same thing. Why do I need a title company?
So we're going to serve 3 main functions in the transaction. Number 1, we're ensuring that the person you are buying the house from does in fact own it, and they don't owe anybody any money with the debt that's attached to the properties. There's different kinds of debt, right? There's unsecured debt like credit cards. Those belong to a person, but there's secured debt like mortgages. Those attach to a property. So if you buy a property that has a secured debt to it, it stays with the property.
Right.
So we're going to make sure that stuff's all taken care of and you're not inheriting someone else's problem.
Okay.
We also serve as an escrow function. So there's a lot of money changing hands. There's money from the lender, from the buyer, going to the tax office, to the transfer department, to the brokerages. All the money comes to us. We put it all in writing where it's all going. And once everybody agrees, we disperse it where it needs to go.
Okay.
And then finally, just the settlement itself. There's a stack of papers about this big. Our job is just to walk you through it and make sure you understand what you're signing, make sure all your questions are answered so that you feel comfortable and just ready to enjoy your new home.
There you go. So really, I need a title company to ensure proper transfer of the property, right?
Yep.
To hold escrow, right? Hold the funds. Like you said, a lot of money changing hands there, and then also conduct our settlement officially.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Well,
Smile.
that answers that. Right.
The whole time with a smile.
There you go. And then the last one, and I should have known this one was going to be in here, is how much do title companies cost? How much should I expect to pay for a title company?
Good question, important question. A title company is going to cost you about 1% of your purchase price. So on a $250,000 purchase, title fees and insurance are roughly $2,700. Most of what you're paying is title insurance. So a lender is going to require that you buy a policy to protect them. If you're getting a loan, they're going to require
Yep.
that. And buyers have the option to buy a policy to protect themselves. There's different ways to save, money with that. There's, the enhanced title insurance policy, which protects you from just about everything. There's the basic policy, which, covers your butt.
Slightly buff.
Yeah. And I would never recommend this because, owning a home is pretty much the financial cornerstone of everybody's financial future, but you don't have to get title insurance. If you're tight on money, there's other ways we can save you money. There's tax credits that are available. There's discounts for veterans, first-time home buyers, firefighters, EMTs, teachers, like things like that. There's plenty of ways to save money, and we'll work you through that.
There you go. Okay. So you said about 1%, give or take, whatever your purchase price ends up being, kind of a general rule of thumb people can go by if they're trying to figure out how much that's going to cost.
Absolutely. And we can provide a quote in advance easily enough, just so you know exactly what you're getting into.
Yeah. There you go. Well, I just wanted to get those three answered real quick, those three questions, because they were kind of the backbone of all the other questions we got in reference to title companies. So Chris Breck from Assurance Title, I appreciate you jumping on with me, dude.
Hey, thanks for having me. If any other questions, shoot them my way. Always happy to help.
Yeah, absolutely. And we love using you. So, we always like sending people your way as well. All right. Well, if anybody else watching this has any questions, obviously, whatever platform we're on, just go ahead and reach out and we'll make sure you get taken care of. Okay. All right, everybody. Take care.